Imagine having everything you've ever worked for: a thriving business, a stellar reputation, and a loyal customer base, only to watch it all crumble before your eyes. Betrayed by the very person you trusted most, left to pick up the shattered pieces of your dreams. But what if, in your darkest moment, a single act of kindness changed everything? This is the story of Jerry Connors, a celebrated chef whose life took an unexpected turn, leading him down a path of redemption, resilience, and a love he never saw coming. Jerry Connors had it all: a flourishing restaurant, devoted customers, and a reputation as one of the city's finest chefs. His restaurant, the Gourmet Grotto, wasn't just a place to eat. It was an experience, a sanctuary for food lovers seeking innovative, flavor-packed dishes. With its warm ambiance and impeccable service, it was the beating heart of the community. But beneath the surface, betrayal was brewing. It all began when a fast food joint, Burger Blitz, opened just down the street. At first, Jerry wasn't concerned. Surely his loyal patrons would recognize that quality takes time, that artistry is worth the wait. But business started declining at an alarming rate. Customers vanished, lured away by the promise of quick, cheap meals. Jerry tried everything to salvage his restaurant, but nothing worked. Deep down, he knew something wasn't right. Then the truth came out. His trusted head chef, Liam, a culinary genius Jerry had mentored, was the one orchestrating his downfall. Liam had been secretly sabotaging the restaurant, swapping premium ingredients for cheaper alternatives, ruining the very dishes that had once been the Gourmet Grotto's signature. Worse yet, he had been deliberately mismanaging staff schedules, creating chaos in the kitchen, slowing service, and ensuring customers left disappointed. Why? Because Liam had been promised a high-paying job at a rival restaurant, on one condition: destroy Jerry's reputation first. By the time Jerry uncovered the betrayal and fired Liam, the damage was already done. Customers had lost faith in the Gourmet Grotto, and Jerry found himself drowning in debt. Desperate and heartbroken, he made the gut-wrenching decision to sell the restaurant, the very dream he had spent his life building. On the night before he was set to hand over the keys, Jerry walked through the now empty dining room. The once lively space was eerily silent, filled only with memories of what once was. As he stepped into the back alley, ready to lock up for the last time, something caught his eye: a movement in the shadows. Curious, he approached. There, huddled near the bushes, was a woman and a young girl. The woman, Lisa, quickly apologized, explaining that she and her 5-year-old daughter, Amy, had been using the restaurant's back alley as a makeshift shelter. They had relied on leftover food from the waitstaff, but now with the restaurant closed, they had nowhere else to turn. Jerry's heart clenched. They were homeless, lost, just like he was. In that moment, something inside him shifted. "Stay," he told them. "You can clean up the place in exchange for food and shelter." Lisa hesitated, insisting they didn't want to be a burden, but Jerry wouldn't hear it. "Please," he said softly, "I insist." And so Lisa and Amy stayed. As the days passed, something unexpected happened. Lisa, who once dined at the Gourmet Grotto in better days, threw herself into cleaning and organizing. Jerry watched as she transformed the neglected restaurant with efficiency and care. But what truly stunned him was her cooking, simple yet exquisite, crafted with love and skill that rivaled any professional chef. One afternoon, over a meal Lisa had prepared, Jerry made an impulsive offer. "When I reopen this place, I want you to be my chef." Lisa's eyes widened. "You can't be serious," she stammered. "I've tasted your cooking," Jerry said with certainty. "It's extraordinary." For the first time in years, hope flickered in Lisa's eyes. Then, the day of reckoning arrived. Investors gathered to consider buying the Gourmet Grotto. Jerry, however, had one last card to play: Lisa's cooking. As the investors tasted dish after dish, their skepticism melted into delight. It seemed the restaurant had a chance at revival. But just as Jerry felt hope returning, a familiar face appeared: Lisa's ex-husband, David. David was a cruel man, the one who had abandoned Lisa and Amy, leaving them to fend for themselves. When he saw them at the restaurant, rage twisted his features. "Lisa, get over here and bring that brat with you," he bellowed. Lisa froze in fear, but Jerry wasn't about to let David intimidate her. Stepping between them, he spoke in a dangerously low voice. "You need to leave, now," David sneered. "I don't think," he declared. "I refuse to do business with a man like this." Silence filled the room. Then one of the investors, a respected businessman named William Sinclair, stepped forward. "Mr. Connor," he said, "I admire your integrity, and I must say, your chef's cooking is exceptional. I'd like to invest, on one condition." Jerry's heart pounded. "What condition?" Sinclair smiled. "That Lisa stays on as head chef. Her talent is undeniable." Jerry's relief was overwhelming. "Done!" David, furious and defeated, stormed out, his plans crumbling around him. 3 months later, the Gourmet Grotto had been reborn. The restaurant gleamed with fresh energy, and the kitchen was a state-of-the-art masterpiece designed for Lisa's culinary magic. On the grand reopening night, the place was packed, buzzing with excitement. Jerry watched in awe as Lisa commanded the kitchen, her confidence and passion radiating through every dish. And then, as the last customer left, he found her in the empty dining room. "Lisa," he said softly, "I don't know how to thank you. This place is alive again, because of you." Lisa met his gaze, warmth spreading across her face. "You gave me a chance when no one else would," she whispered. Jerry took a deep breath, then without hesitation, dropped to one knee. "Lisa, will you marry me?" Tears filled Lisa's eyes. The woman who had once been lost, abandoned, and broken now stood at the center of something beautiful. "Yes," she breathed, her voice thick with emotion. As Jerry lifted her into his arms, laughter filled the air, a joyful symphony that breathed new life into the walls of the Gourmet Grotto. Not only had Jerry saved his dream, but he had found something even greater: love, family, and the promise of a future brighter than he had ever imagined. And so, against all odds, a restaurant was saved. But more importantly, so were two hearts.